Liverpool's 3-2 win over Newcastle United at St James's Park on Monday night was a match that encapsulated the essence of Premier League drama, a contest where chaos, tension, and unpredictability ruled the narrative. Yet within that turbulence, there was a thread of resilience and courage that caught the attention of one of football's most forthright voices, Roy Keane, the former Manchester United captain, who never shies away from blunt assessments, called Liverpool's performance shocking, yet highlighted the aspect he admired most: their mental toughness and refusal to settle for anything less than 3 points. The stadium was electric from the first whistle, with the Alexander Isak transfer saga adding an extra layer of hostility to an already charged atmosphere. The Newcastle crowd roared, every challenge contested, every referee decision amplified, and by the end of the night, Simon Hooper had shown 5 yellow cards, 1 red and blown for 32 fouls, turning the match into a cauldron of physicality and emotional intensity. Liverpool started brightly controlling possession and moving the ball with pace and purpose, creating early chances and taking a 2-goal lead that seemed to signal a comfortable night ahead. But as the match unfolded, the familiar pattern of defensive lapses and disjointed positioning emerged. The Reds allowed Newcastle to claw back to 2-2, despite being a man down for the majority of the second half. And as the tension mounted, it was clear that mental fortitude would be the defining factor in this contest. Roy Keane's assessment focused on exactly that. He remarked, as bad as Liverpool were, they stood up to all that stuff. I love football because of the physicality, but these Newcastle lads were getting stuck in appealing for every decision. Ironically, one gets sent off too. Go off injured. So Liverpool also stood up to that side of it. That's why I give them credit, Keane continued. They wrestled back to win the game. Liverpool at 2-2 could easily have said, listen lads, it's been a bad night, we've thrown it away, we'll take the point and move on. But we all felt there was another goal coming. Even Newcastle will look at it and go, maybe we should have taken the draw, yes. They've started poorly in terms of their performances, but they've scored 3 or more. You can't keep that all season. But ultimately, I give all the plaudits to Liverpool. They stood up to it. They were shocking. But they won the game. The bravery displayed by Arne Slot in introducing Rio Ngumoha, a 16-year-old debutant, in the 10th minute of stoppage time, was another key theme for Keane. Slot had already demonstrated his willingness to trust young talent the previous week with Federico Chiesa, and the decision to throw on Ngumoha in a hostile environment was emblematic of his bold managerial style. Keane observed the manager put a young kid Ngumoha on in a tight game like that, and that's the bravery of the manager. He did it last week with Federico Chiesa. You need your players off the bench, but he throws a young kid like that on in a hostile atmosphere, they'll improve. Ngumoha did not disappoint, scoring the winner and instantly etching his name into Liverpool folklore. The goal was more than just 3 points. It symbolized courage, opportunity, and the perfect balance of youth and experience within Slot's squad. The match also laid bare the defensive vulnerabilities that have emerged in Liverpool's early season campaign, conceding 4 goals with August not even complete, and a stark contrast to last season's early solidity, when only 5 goals had been conceded by the end of October. The positioning of the backline, occasional miscommunication and lapses in concentration showed that while the attacking unit has depth and quality, the defensive framework requires refinement and cohesion to sustain a serious title challenge. The midfield balance has shifted under Slot, with a slightly more advanced pressing line creating space that opponents can exploit, yet the offensive potency remains high. Players like Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez, and Luis Diaz, alongside the emergent Ngumoha, demonstrate that Liverpool can still unlock defenses even on poor nights. For Keane, this balance of attacking threat and mental fortitude is what he admired. It is not always about stylistic perfection, but about the ability to persevere and extract results even under duress. He reflected on his own experiences as a title-winning captain for Manchester United, noting that champions are defined not just by how well they play when everything goes right, but by how they respond when challenges arise. The Newcastle side under Eddie Howe played a crucial role in testing Liverpool's resilience, recovering from 2 goals down and maintaining pressure, despite being reduced to 10 men. Their commitment, physicality, and pressing forced the Reds into mistakes, yet their indiscipline, with a red card and multiple fouls, ultimately created openings that Liverpool exploited. The narrative of last gasp drama is deeply embedded in Liverpool history, from Divock Origi in the Champions League to Steven Gerrard in the FA Cup. The club has long been associated with moments where mental strength and resilience overcome adversity. Ngumoha's winner now sits within this lineage, reinforcing the cultural ethos of the club. Keane's focus on character resilience and mental toughness over stylistic quality is a reflection of the reality of Premier League football. No team can maintain flawless execution across a season, and the ability to grind out points in difficult circumstances is a hallmark of championship contenders. Game also highlighted the importance of squad depth rotation and integration of youth players. Slot's approach of giving opportunities to young talent not only energizes matches, but fosters competition and a culture where performance and attitude are rewarded. This strategy will be vital over the long season. Across domestic and European campaigns, the introduction of Ngumoha at a critical juncture demonstrated trust in youth and strategic acumen. His composure and execution under immense pressure reflect the potential long-term benefits of nurturing talent within a high-pressure professional environment. Liverpool's attacking units repeatedly created chances throughout the match, demonstrating versatility in scoring and positional intelligence despite defensive lapses. The ability to maintain attacking potency even on poor days is a key factor that will support a title challenge. The match also showcased the volatility and intensity of the Premier League. Every minute can swing the outcome, and teams must be prepared mentally and physically to adapt to the momentum of matches. Liverpool's experience in navigating hostile away fixtures, combined with their willingness to persist until the final whistle, allows them to convert adversity into points consistently. Under Slot's management, the team continues to blend bold attacking football with mental resilience, creating a framework where even flawed performances can yield victories. Keane emphasized that champions in CRE mindset is about extracting points under pressure. The Reds' refusal to surrender their lead, the courage to push for a winner, and strategic risk-taking in substitutions all illustrate the intangible qualities required for long-term success. This 3-2 win therefore serves as more than a point in the table. It is a case study in resilience, courage, managerial bravery, and the emergence of new talent, providing a blueprint for sustaining a title challenge. Early season defensive weaknesses provide lessons and areas for improvement, but the mental strength displayed provides optimism for the season ahead. The balance between attacking depth, defensive solidity, and squad rotation is central to Premier League success, and Liverpool's early performances indicate they have the tools to maintain a competitive edge across multiple competitions. Keane's reflections remind fans, analysts, and players that football is often won in moments of adversity. Mental toughness, courage, and trust in youth are as critical as tactical excellence. This match against Newcastle underlines that principle and provides early season evidence that Liverpool can combine flawed performances with mental fortitude to remain in contention for the Premier League title. This blend of resilience, tactical bravery, and emergent talent is the cornerstone of Slot's philosophy and the key takeaway from Keane's analysis.